feel the suspension. I mean, I feel
I
it.
know. I was just.
Yeah, that was weird.
So are you guys good to go on camera talking about your bikes? This is the Nut and Fancy YouTube channel. What did you ride?
So I've ridden quite a few bikes. My most favorite one's probably the GSX 8S.
Did you ride that one today?
I did, yeah.
The Gixxer? What CC is that?
It's a
750?
69, I think. It's some weird displacement.
Seven-ish?
Yeah,
You like it?
I do.
Are you planning on buying one
Possibly.
sometime? Is it fast enough for you?
I've owned a lot of fast bikes, so I don't know.
It's all relative, isn't it?
Yeah.
What were you riding, boss?
Yeah, so I rode the 8R, the 800 8R, and then
Can
the
you point that out
1000R.
to us, which one that was?
Yeah, let's see. It was.
This is a Suzuki
yellow-
Ride Event.
Yellow.
The yellow one?
Yeah.
That one right there?
No, I did ride that one too. That was actually a really fun bike.
Is that a V-Strom? What is that?
I think so. Yeah, I think it's 800 Adventure. And I thought it was still, you know, a real good balance
Yeah.
between still had a lot of get up and go.
This one here?
Yeah. So it was pretty fun.
How are you with the color? Are you cool with that? I kind of like it.
I like the color.
I do too.
I think on the 8R, I don't know where it is.
Maybe
over here.
Yeah. Feel free to walk around. I'll follow you.
So I definitely have you rode today. You rode this I got a 2006 GSXR. So
You have one?
I had one.
Okay.
And
that's a good looking bike, dude.
It's great, but personal preference. There
Yeah.
are people that will love this. I think there should definitely be an opposite trim. So basically black with the yellow trim. I think that would be awesome.
You're talking to someone who has almost the same color Hayabusa. It's
So you love this
I
color.
actually
You're
like it, but
I like it too. I just more black than yellow.
I
for
get
me.
it. So I'm gonna wear high vis one way or another. Either it's on my bike or it's on me.
Yeah.
So I'm riding the ZX today, the red ZXR.
Okay.
So that's a loud bike, and so I wear black.
Are you allowed to ride that? Considering you're here for the
My boost is in California. I would have, trust me, I would have ridden the boost if I'd had a choice.
And then I did ride the 1000, the GSXR 1000R, and that one was awesome. It's a very aggressive riding position, obviously, for obvious reasons.
What are you riding now CC wise though?
So currently, I sold my bike last year, so I'm not on anything, I'm just renting. But I had a Tuono V4, so it was 1000cc, 1100cc.
Come over here so you're in the shade, bro. So was that particular bike fast enough for you?
Oh yeah, yeah. That's a bike that I don't think you'll really grow out of.
Yeah.
It's kind of end game bike. I regret getting rid of it, but the problem with Aprilia is sometimes certain models run into reliability issues, and I was having reliability issues. So.
Well said. I agree with that. Yeah, Aprilias are great. They're high personality, just like Ducatis, but damn, they're expensive to maintain and keep running sometimes.
Yeah.
And they're for small riders. I can't fit on either one of them.
I fit all right on it, and you know I really like the balance between comfortability and aggressiveness. You still get a lot of the aggression that you get from something like the 1000R, you know, but you just get comfort.
This is our 8-ish 100cc I would take, right?
Yeah.
So does it have lean angle ABS? Do you know?
It has ABS. I'm sure it has lean.
Yeah. It's got the new LED light, it looks like, which is
great.
a big benefit.
Yeah.
Seat was comfortable.
Yeah, it was a really comfortable ride. I was surprised the handlebars aren't as low as you'd think it would be for this kind of model. The only thing personally, because I've ridden a lot of fast bikes, I would prefer a little bit more, just a little bit more oomph.
Okay. Yeah, you're like me. I mean, everything's relative. So guys who ride small bikes, they go, "Oh my gosh, it's so fast." But you guys have been on a lot of sport bikes, it sounds like.
Yeah.
So to me, this would probably be a little bit slow.
I mean, I owned a ZH2 previously, and that thing was just ridiculous.
Scared you?
Trying to keep the front tire down was pretty much impossible.
Would it scare you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What are you riding now again?
I'm actually in between bikes, so I'm actually looking to get something soon.
Yeah. Well, how you like that color right there?
I'm not really a big yellow color guy.
Yeah.
I'm more of a blue guy.
Okay, so this is a same bike in blue, right?
Yeah, so this is more the naked version.
Yeah.
So it has less fairings and things.
What do you think about naked bikes? Do you feel like you need wind protection, or do you not care?
I don't care because I don't go on longer rides, so
Okay.
it's not a big deal for me.
So for short ride, no big deal.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna give you 2 bikes in this row. Let's pretend, this is pure pretending. Which bikes do you choose? 2 bikes.
Here?
The whole lineup. And by the way, once again, this is a Suzuki test ride event at Edge Motorsports in Draper, Utah, June of 24. Yeah, what 2 bikes would you choose? Free of charge.
I would choose this one, and I would probably choose probably SV650.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's an economy bike, pretty much.
It is, but it's still pretty fun though.
Yeah, we had a 650 in the family. My kid wrecked on it and we totaled it, but they're fun little bikes. You wouldn't go with a Hayabusa though, Mr. Speedmaster.
No, they're a little too big for cornering for me personally.
They're a handful.
So
Well, you got to commit to the corner with those big 1300cc bikes.
you do.
They're fast, so nothing beats them. Well, almost nothing.
I don't want to change topics or anything, but is
Yeah.
that a P365?
Yes, sir, it is.
I like your channel, by the way. I watch your channel.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. So, I'm just doing open carry today because I don't give a fuck. You know, and I've carried in so many different ways on the bike, and going in the tank bag is just such a hassle. This seems to work. And I know the guys at Edge, they don't care either. Oh, look, he changed. It's the same person.
Got more comfortable. It's a little too warm.
I like your guys' input. I really appreciate it. Don't run away. I want to talk to this gentleman right here. How you doing, sir?
Good.
You good to go on camera?
Yeah, I didn't actually ride this bike. I rode the DE over there.
You want to talk to us about it, what you thought?
Sure.
Tell us about what you're riding, what your experience has been, your preferences.
So I ride bigger bikes than this as a rule, but this one I was very impressed with how comfortable it was. It feels like you're sitting on a couch.
Nice.
Like literally you're sitting on a couch.
Nice.
The pegs are in the wrong spot for me. At my
You want them
ankles.
further or back?
I think maybe back just about
Okay.
an inch and a half, or the seat forward an inch and a half, but obviously that's not going to happen. But no, it's a peppy little bike. I was very impressed. It was super comfortable. It was really nimble and peppy. I ride a KTM 1190 right now, and
I have one of those too.
twice the power of this thing.
Thank you.
But I was riding it. I have a friend who's 75 years old, and he's been riding his whole life, so he's
Right.
obviously, and this would be a perfect bike for him because he wants an ADV bike.
Yeah, I
And
would.
that's what I was.
So you're kind of riding it for him.
Yeah. He lives out of town. He lives about 150 miles from here, and there's nothing like this that goes on in his little town. But I was very happy with it. It feels really comfortable. It did everything good. You could see the screen, which for my age, that's
Yeah. The TFT screens are really a win. I have them on a Yamaha. I have them on a couple other bikes. I had a DL1000. It's a predecessor to this bike. I really liked it. I kept taking it out in the desert, and at the time it had solid cast wheels. I kept bending the wheels. I went through 3 rims on it, and it really is not that version was not an off-road bike. And so and it, honestly, like you're saying and you're alluding to it, when I got into high winds and I was carrying a load, it wasn't fast enough. It was kind of dangerous when I did a pass.
Yeah, I got it on the one speed limit up there that lets you get up to 95.
Yeah.
I got it up to 95.
This one here?
This one here.
On the test ride today?
Just now,
Well
yeah.
done.
And I was catching up to people that were also going that fast, so I was just trying to be part of the pack.
Well, I'm glad to know your group got on.
It was the place where the speed limit was.
No justification needed, bro.
And
I do 100, above 100 every day on my bikes. It's just the way it is.
yeah, that's kind of how I am.
There's a place to do it and a place not to do it.
Yeah.
And an experienced rider says, you know, on a merge, I can do it just briefly.
Yeah. No, I've been riding for 35 years. So
Wow. Nice.
I have a little experience.
Yeah.
Grandmaster,
ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I was very happy with that.
Do you agree with the phrase, there's bold riders and there's old riders, but there's no old, bold riders?
No.
I don't either, because I'm kind of bold, and I'm still here.
I have a friend in his 76
Yeah.
who I'm looking at this bike for.
Right.
And I have another friend who I think is 83 or 84 this year.
Yeah.
And he could probably smoke us both on a dirt bike.
No doubt.
And honestly, he quit riding street bikes about 2 years ago, but he hit a deer, and he's 80.
Know how that is.
Old.
Wow.
But, yeah, I know old, bold riders.
So that is a trip. And while I'm talking to you, Peters, I'm going to clean my lens. So he's 76 and he's in the market for a new bike. Am I understanding that correctly?
Yes. Last summer we were up Fairview Canyon and going to Huntsville. Do you know that road?
I do, yeah.
Anyway, there's the J-Herc turns that they
totally
go in shallow
do, yeah.
and then come out steeper.
Yeah, they're a decreasing radius turn. You got to be kind of aware of.
Yeah,
you get jacked up if you're not paying attention.
He laid his FJR 1300 over and totaled it there. So now he's looking for another bike.
And he walked away?
Yeah, we rode the bike home. It wasn't.
You guys are a trip.
The front tire was tacoed a little.
Oh,
so
jeez. He rode it away. That is so funny.
We had like the windshield and the bags and stuff. Like we got it down to the bottom and bought a trash bag and put all the parts in a trash bag.
Right.
And got it all home that way.
Wow. I have an FJR too. I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
I'm a bike crazy guy. I just love bikes and they're a way of life for me. Apparently with you too.
Yeah. I have a wife, but other than that.
I do too. Yeah, she just understands I ride. You know, it is the way it is.
My wife's like that too. But even understanding women, women don't think the same as regular people.
They don't.
So.
No, they're weird. Every woman is a little bit crazy. As long as you're good with that, you'll have a happy marriage.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They're just, you're not going to upgrade.
She understands I'm an asshole, and I understand she's crazy.
That
Together,
happens.
It's a mutually
you just meet each other
situation.
halfway. So did you ride to the event today?
I did.
What did you ride?
KTM 1190.
Okay. Because when you were talking about this, and then you were telling me, hey, by the way, I really like this. I thought you were going to sell your 1190 for this. We're going to have a little chat.
I don't think I'm going to sell the 1190.
No, you don't sell 1190s.
Yeah, they don't make them. They only made them for 3 years or 4 years.
Yeah, it was a short period of time.
But it's a cool bike. I mean, it's in some ways it's a lot cooler than the 1290s. The 1290s have more stuff,
They're more streetish, I think. I think 1190 is a big freaking dirt bike.
It feels like when you first get on it, the first time I ever got on it, I thought this is a dirt bike.
It's very dirt bikey.
Yeah.
The DNA through the 790, 890, 1090, 1190, 990, very dirt.
And all my dirt bikes since probably 99 or 2000 have been KTM.
Yeah,
so
you got good taste.
It's a natural progression to go.
So what year is yours?
It's 2015.
Did you ever get dust coming in your airbox? That was a known issue.
I've changed my filter.
I would check
4
it
times now. I've only put 28,000 miles on it.
That's a fair amount of miles, bro.
I've only had it for 2 years, and last year I had knee surgery and kidney surgery and couldn't ride.
How old are you?
51.
You're the man, bro.
I noticed the first time I changed the filter that it had a little bit of bugs in it, but no dirt. And the last time, which I have done quite a few dirt roads, maybe 3,000 or 4,000 miles of dirt roads now.
Yeah.
And it was dirty, but not past the filter.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. Is filter bypass in the 14-15, and I ended up putting a Rottweiler.
How do you like that?
Oh, it's insane, dude.
Did it increase the power?
Oh yeah. And then I have mine dyno tuned too, so it dropped my MPG down, but I'm putting down some massive power in the 1190.
My MPG is always, like when I first filled the tank, the mileage thing says I have 340 miles. Or something
right.
like that. I have never gone over 220 miles without.
Agree.
And I've ran out at 150 before.
Yeah, depending on how you're riding it, huh?
But I was with a bunch of gangsters that were just.
Gangsters.
I was just trying to tell them to slow down. I was just trying to catch them and tell them you're going too fast. And then I accidentally passed them, and then I had to wait till a good spot to stop to tell them. And
I'm really careful about who I ride with. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Especially if they have ego. I'm just saying, don't drive with guys who have ego.
I don't ride with people who try to keep up. Because they'll get wrecked trying to keep up.
And my groups are very small if I group at all.
Yeah, I do some group rides, but it's mostly for the camaraderie and to hang out with people I like.
Yeah, that's true.
Going out to dinner with somebody.
It's true.
But when I ride, I do like I'm thinking about going for a ride today, and it's Saturday, so
yeah, buddy.
And it's like afternoon, so I'll probably only get 600 miles in today.
You're so full of crap.
No,
there's no way.
I've done 1,100 miles in 15 hours before.
But what are you doing? Are you doing a circle ride? So you start it?
No, like I'll end up in San Diego and all.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. And then you just overnight at a hotel?
Yeah.
What do you tell your wife? You say, hey, I'm just going for a ride.
I call her and say, hey, I think I'm going to be in this area tonight. Will you get on Expedia and get me a place to stay?
You're a legend, bro.
Make sure it's got a hot tub or whatever it is I need at the time, you know?
You know, I always dream about that. Like going on a ride, like, you know what? Maybe I just keep going to Vegas.
No, the best
Let's go to Vegas or go to Evanston. Well, Evanston I go to all the time.
The best rides are rides that you don't have a destination.
Yes.
Pull out your phone.
Yes.
You look at where the weather is, and you go to the funnest, twistiest road that's not in that weather.
Amen, brother.
And unless you want weather, you know, like sometimes in Arizona, you want weather, but you never get it.
Yeah.
And here, like, there's places in the middle of the state, it rains every day. Every day, because it's so high and the humidity down here goes up and it turns to moisture and rains. And the best rides are unplanned.
Is this your riding gear of choice?
This is the coolest jacket I have.
Okay,
all my other jackets
that's not very protective. No. I'm one to talk because I'm wearing my cool weather stuff too, and that's kind of what we sacrifice some protectivity.
Yeah,
I don't think that's a word, by the way.
I have an 11-year-old at home.
What?
Yeah,
it's your kid?
Yeah, I started late.
You are shitting me.
I have an 11-year-old and a.
Whoa, slow down. You have an 11-year-old and you're 51. Yeah. Hold on, we're gonna add that to the mix, and you just jump on your bike and go. And wherever you end up, sometimes that's where you end up.
Yeah.
Legend. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a legend right here. What's your name?
Chris Adams.
My viewers are gonna love you, dude.
Really?
They're gonna love you. Yeah, you represent America, bro. They love guys that represent America. You just do whatever the flip you want.
Yeah, that's what it's here for. That's why we pay all the taxes for the roads.
Thank you.
And if nobody uses, and a lot of these canyon roads don't get used unless guys like us use them.
Do you know how many times, because I ride in California, I ride in southern Utah, I ride in Wyoming and here. You know how many times I'm in a really nice twisty area, deep in somewhere remote, I don't see no motorcycles, ever.
You know,
ever. I'm on my Hayabusa, I'm 100 miles in California, there ain't nobody out there.
Yeah, every time I go up a canyon and I'm in a car with like my family or just in a vehicle in a cage of some sort, and I'm going up a twisty, windy road, I always wonder why I'm not getting zipped by all these bikes.
Right.
Because when I'm on the bike, I'm zipping by cars all the time.
All the time.
But I don't see them zipping by me. And I'm wondering, where the hell are they?
What he's not telling you is he's driving a Porsche 911 4S and he's doing about 170 miles an hour. I'm kidding.
76 Pinto orange with a flat.
No! You'd be even more legendary if that were true. Or you'd be even more legendary if it was an AMC Pacer.
No, I used to have a 76 orange Pinto.
What motor was in it?
I don't remember that. I only remember because if we cut the back bumper off of it, it was small. It was a small enough car that we could tow it behind our helicopter trailer, and so we had a vehicle to go around when we were out flying.
Yeah. Wasn't the Pinto had the rear-mounted gas tank, right?
I don't remember.
I know the Corvair was that way, but I'm trying to remember. They're death traps or something.
Yeah, no, this is like.
And then they made like a V8 one called the Comet that just hauled ass.
No, this was one of those crappy little, just crap cars. It was.
Oh yeah.
Like it should have been in a junkyard.
They were horrible cars.
But we needed it because it was short enough to do what we needed to do, because you could only be 75 feet and.
Totally.
And, yeah. So, but. It was the best car because you could leave $1 million in a suitcase in that car and not lock the doors.
No one's going to touch it.
It would be just fine.
They're like walking around it, giving it a wide berth.
Yeah, if you ever did like a security system, it'd probably be something like where you push a button and a tire goes flat.
I remember the interior on those cars were so awful. Like after like a couple years, the panels would be coming loose. They'd be shaking, rattling. Chevettes were the same way.
Like that plastic stuff that rips with the.
Yeah. You get them in the sun, the vinyl rips, just total garbage.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So are you gonna ride anymore today, or what? What were you doing? We're just out here just pre-shopping for your buddy.
Yeah. I was here because I thought that there would be a 1290 to ride. And then
I'm
I
with
found
you
out
on
it
that.
was
I want to
Suzuki.
ride a 1290.
Yeah. The only thing I don't like about my 1190 is the display. I just can't see my gauges very well.
Yeah.
And so the 1290s have a better display, and they have cruise control. They have a bunch of stuff for long trips.
Yeah.
And I have a sister that recently moved to Florida, so now I have a new destination all the time. So.
Oh my gosh. So would you ride your 1190 from here down to Florida?
Oh, in a second.
Dude, you're an animal. Did you know I put cruise control on mine?
How'd you do that?
There's an Australian company called MC Cruise. It is ran by some very, very smart guys. And it's an electronic cruise control. It's called MC Cruise, if I'm remembering right. You have to order it from Australia, and they have outstanding directions. I'll tell you right now, it's a pain to install. But I installed it, and it's been a very good unit.
Yeah, but the problem I have now is the only cruise control and the only rest I have for my hand is when I'm getting gas, or if I can get it going like 130 and then hit a good long downhill, I can coast for a while, you know.
Have you put on like, because on my ZX14 over there, I've got like one of those little plastic extensions for the grip. That kind of alleviates it. Come over here and check it out.
You're talking these?
No. So there's a couple things I have, because this.
Oh, you're talking the squeeze grip ones, right?
No. So on this bike, I have two things that give me a reduction wrist. This is an Atlas throttle lock. So this works well. And the cramp buster. These are great. So you need about 1/4 of the force to cruise for that.
Ah, I see.
Check Amazon, they're there, and they have wide ones. What I find is you need to put some really sticky rubber under it so it doesn't rotate. Because as it gets hot, it'll rotate on you.
Yeah, I usually cruise with my hands like this. So my hands are open when I'm cruising.
But you'll cruise that way for mile after mile?
Yeah, because I have really severe arthritis.
Oh, okay.
And when I hold something for long periods.
Yeah, brother, I hear you.
And all my rides are long periods, you know.
Yeah.
The just holding all the time with, because this hand you can let go, you can move, you can do, but this hand I can't.
I feel for you.
And I just need something to give this hand a rest.
It runs in my family too, so I'm on the checker clock for that as well.
Yeah, this arthritis. Yeah, take it serious. Diet is the most important thing with arthritis.
Anti-inflammatory diet, right?
Yeah, well,
and lots of McDonald's, I hear. Like you can eat whatever in the flip you want at McDonald's.
As much sugar as you want, no problem. And because if you eat anything you want, anytime you want, all the time, you won't have to deal with arthritis for very long.
There you go. That's a good philosophy, bro.
Because there is a cure for arthritis.
It's death.
Yeah, same cure for cancer, for herpes, diabetes, all that. It's just death.
There, I want your opinion on the Hayabusa, bro. Of course, you're an 1190 guy, so you.
Well, I was a sport guy before my $10,000 ticket.
Was that like in 1960? What, 9?
That was 3 years ago when I got a ticket that cost me 10 grand. And
what? Tell the story.
I was going slightly over the speed limit, and there was a group of trucks, and in the middle of them was a highway patrol guy.
Uh-oh.
And he wrote me a ticket. He dropped it down to only 60 over in an 80.
Ooh.
I was going 100 over in an 80, and it was just before they passed the 105 mile an hour.
Oh yeah.
Thing. And I almost lost my license. My insurance tripled. And I had to make a deal with my wife that I would stay off of bullet bikes and really, really fast things. So I bought a KTM 1190.
Well done. Good story, by the way. Well said. It wasn't too long. Had a middle, had an end. Tell me about this Hayabusa. Oh, by the way, I have one. I'm a Hayabusa guy.
I've never had a Hayabusa.
Well, here's my take, having owned one for over a decade. This is basically a touring super sports bike that you can tour on. The one thing you need to know is that you'll be in a crouch quite a bit if you want to be out of the wind for long rides. I put down near 1,000 miles on my Hayabusa in a single day. Great bikes.
How were you the next day?
Good. No problems. That was a while back now, so... But I don't foresee any problems. But I took breaks, it's not solid.
Yeah.
Get out, walk around a little bit, stretch out.
I did a ride on my FJR, and I left Salt Lake. I went through...
That's annoying.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's running. Thank
Kids'
you.
bike, they gotta do.
Yeah, I think they're testing them.
But yeah, I went through Death Valley, Joshua Tree. I went around the Salton Sea, and then ended up in San Diego. And at the end of the day, I'd gone 1,100 miles.
Goodness. On which bike again?
An FJR 1300.
Oh yeah, I have one of them too.
And I think my average speed of the day was probably 130, 135.
And no, you didn't get a ticket, bro?
I didn't get a ticket. I saw a couple of cops, and they didn't even bother. I was going.
Hey,
so
Brian! Tell him to shut it down. I'm filming.
He's doing it this time.
Look, there's Brian Somerville. If you guys come to Edge, say hi, Brian. If you come to Edge, look up this guy right here. Brian Somerville is the man. Buy everything from Brian Somerville. Tell him you're a TMP or he'll give you a deal. Okay, keep going. Sorry, man.
Where was I?
You said 130 overall
yeah.
speed FGR, no tickets.
The average speed, I was probably 130.
Bro.
I got it up to 165 that day, which was the fastest I ever had that
on
bike.
an FGR?
And well, it was like it's below sea level almost around the Salton Sea.
I've never been up like that.
Yeah, I was to the point where I thought I was going to hurt my motor. Wow. And then after that, I calmed down and stayed at 120 all the way to San Diego.
Do you have your windscreen all the way down in the down
always,
position?
I never had it up, ever.
Yeah, it's too much drag.
Yeah, I've never.
Did you have your cases on or no?
No, not that.
Okay,
I
believe your story then, because that would slow you down. This case is at drag.
The cases take about 10 miles an hour.
Correct.
Yeah, I didn't have any cases. I did have you know on the side the wings open up to give you more warmth.
Yeah, yeah.
I had those open.
Okay.
And that was it.
Wow, that's studly, dude.
And I was on a slight downhill.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Not much, but
we believe your story.
It was noticeable.
Nothing you've told me rings false.
Well, I can't be the only person who's done that. I mean,
165 on an FGR. I bet there's a handful.
Yeah. I can do 155 on it, no problem. But 165 was like, wow.
That's so insane.
And
the fastest I've had my Busa is 168, and that was scaring me. And it had more to go.
Yeah,
I was out in the middle of nowhere, boys.
I was once coming back from Dinosaur, Colorado. It's just past Vernal.
Okay.
Anyway, it's about 40 minutes from Dinosaur to Vernal.
Right.
And I was coming. I just left Dinosaur, and I'd gotten out of town, so now I'm in Utah.
Yeah.
And there's like 5 or 6 cars that had stacked up going through the town, and I pass them, and I'm moving, and I look in my rearview mirror, and there's a car behind me. And so I bump it up to like 120.
Nice.
Stays behind me.
He thinks he's got a chance.
I get
what bike again? The FJ?
FJR.
Okay.
So I had a fuel problem at this point, so I went to 130, and that's where I just.
You didn't have much more.
And he stayed like right. He wasn't like riding me, or he was back far enough to where I felt completely. In fact, I felt so comfortable because if anybody got the ticket, it would be him. So I was like perfectly comfortable at 130.
Turns out he's an undercover cop.
That's what was a concern. But when I got into
I have a story about that.
When I got into Vernal, I thought I got to see who this guy is, and it's this gray Charger, okay, brand new gray Charger, and I slow down, I let him pull up, and this guy's like 85, 90 years old.
Outstanding.
And there's a woman next to him that looks like it could have been his mother, and she's got this little poodle that's sitting on her lap with its legs on the dashboard, and that's how they followed me at 130
That is so
miles.
funny.
He said it's the most fun he's ever had in the car.
Fun. Well, the thing is, I love cruising that way out in the middle of nowhere, but my fuel mileage goes way down, bro.
Oh, yeah.
And I when I'm on the Hayabusa or FGR going back and forth to Utah, California, I got to be careful because there's a lot of places. I go on Highway 50, there ain't no place to gas out there.
There's places where you're 150 plus.
Thank you.
Gas, yeah.
And I'll take a can
worse.
with me. Nevada's, it can be rough.
There's places in Nevada that if you don't carry gas, you're gonna die.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And can you imagine this heat today?
And it's not
Boys,
just
it's like
that.
95 today.
You can be in the middle of somewhere in Nevada and not see a car for 7-8 hours.
It's true.
And if you're stuck 100 miles from someplace,
You're on your own, man.
You're done.
You're on your own. Yeah. Well, it's been great talking to you. You've been a great guest. Do you want to give the viewers any contact information if they want to send you money?
Money? I don't have any way for them to send you money.
How about to contact you? Because they're going to bug me, guy. Man, that guy was rad. We love that guy. Remember, it's going out to the world that knows the answer. That's okay too.
I have a Facebook account, Chris Adams.
Chris Adams, in what city and state?
Magna, Utah.
Okay, Chris Adams, Magna, Utah. You can go look him up, drop him a thank you for being a great interviewee here on the Suzuki Ride event and apparently hot dog event. How's that dog, by the way?
Awesome.
It looks amazing.
It's amazing.
And I'm not a dog person, but that looks good.
More mustard, the better.
Well said.
Yep.
Are you of Germanic descent, by the way?
I am not.
The Germans know how to do dogs. I've been
do.
over to Germany.
Yeah.
It's like, damn.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be like, hey, thank you, sir. It'll be like 10 below zero, and they're out there dogging.
What do you carry there?
P365 converted to, well, actually it's an XL, and I have a different frame on it.
That's a Ruger?
It's a SIG. Yeah. Are you carrying while you ride?
No.
Okay.
Do you carry?
Oh yeah, all the
When you're
time.
out there?
I always have a gun with me.
I heard you say he's undercover. Are you law enforcement? Or?
I could tell you, but you know where that goes.
Yeah.
Is this a wife?
Yes, it is.
So both you guys decided to come to the Suzuki Ride event. Is that correct?
We're doing the lead trail, so we're the control riders.
Oh, so you're the control riders. Awesome. So what that means, guys, correct me if I'm wrong, is that they'll set the pace, they'll go, they just follow these two when they do test rides.
Actually, he's the lead, so they follow him.
Yeah.
And then I watch, and everybody's back and make
So
sure.
trail riding it.
So I'm at
Gotcha.
the tail.
Okay, lead and trail. Now it makes total
Yeah.
sense. Well said. Well, he liked his ride, so
I did. You did a good job.
What'd you
he was
ride?
talking nicely about your lead.
1050
Yeah,
PE.
that is a nice bike. Yeah, very nice bike. I did that yesterday. I'll probably ride it again this afternoon.
Maybe it was the camera. Maybe it wasn't the camera.
I was
that
surprised.
used the camera to
Yeah.
take it. So maybe it's
I'm
not the-
sorry to interrupt
What
your
do you
food.
normally ride?
KTM 1190.
Do you do it
I'm gonna let you
on-
finish. I'll be back.
off-road?
Are you guys normal riders? Well, who are you? And do you mind going on camera? If the answer is no, let me know. Are you normal motorcyclists? You just come out to check out the bikes? Is that what's going on?
Yes, sir.
Good. Just the people I want to talk to because I'm a rider too.
All right, so
Did you go test riding already?
I did already 3 bikes.
3 bikes. Well done.
Yeah.
Are you in the market to buy?
I already bought one motorcycle, 2024. So
What did you end up buying?
it was a Suzuki DR 650.
Great bike.
Yeah,
Great
it's
bike.
really good. Yeah, really good bike. Dual sport.
What do you use it for primarily? Joyriding, going to work, or just everything?
For right now, just because I don't want to take the risk for taking it outdoor, like off-road. I'm doing it just like home to work, work to home, and then some ridings, you know, like out there in the canyon. But most likely it's just like for right now, just from work to home.
It's kind of set up for, like you said, dual sport, right?
Correct. So both, yeah, both.
Okay, you want me to give you a little secret of how to get a ton of respect next time you come to one of these events?
I would like to.
Yeah, bring that bike and it's covered in dirt and mud.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah.
And like legit, don't
Yeah.
like just drive through a puddle.
Yeah.
But guys who ride off road with their bikes, they are filthy.
Yeah.
And they will get beat up.
I'm 100% with you. I agree with that. I just like right now, just because I just bought it recently,
Yeah.
so I haven't got the time and the experience,
Gotcha.
like the confidence in myself, just to take it
Okay.
off-road.
Yeah,
but
that's a smart
eventually I
decision.
will. I will eventually.
Now what
That's
you
the
can
purpose.
do you dirt ride too? What's your names by the way?
Patrick.
Patrick?
Sebastian.
Sebastian, what's your name, sir? Josh, thanks. Thanks for spending time with us. If you guys, have you ever gone like you're going past 9 Mile, the OHV park?
Right.
If you keep going and you go past that section and you go on the old Pony Express trail, that trail will wind around, it'll go through the mountains and wind around and it'll actually go all the way to Wyoming.
I'm very.
I'm sorry, Nevada, not Wyoming.
Nevada.
Yeah, Nevada. And I've done that as a great ride.
That's the yeah.
And
That's
it's
the,
not too technical, it's pretty chill.
Yeah, that's the road that I take sometimes, just because I live in Saratoga Springs. So Palm
Yeah.
Springs is very like close for where I live, and
Yeah.
there's a bunch of trails over there, like off-road. If you want to off-roading, there is a lot of those. Again, like I don't want to just like keep reminding everyone, but it's just like how confidence I'm not ready
You
for
got
this.
a lot of people agreeing with you.
But yeah,
You're in good
yeah,
company.
but-
I got a lot of new motorcycles on this side, motorcyclists, and take it slow.
Yeah.
Don't ever drive outside your comfort level.
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for myself. Just get ready for it and then jump on it.
What did you drive today? How'd you like it? How'd you hate it?
I'd drove the Gixxers and the Hayabusa.
What style of riding do you like best? What are your bikes right now?
I have a bit of everything. So I have 4 bikes.
Cool.
I have a.
And speak up if you can, just in case the wind kicks up.
Gotcha. I have a Husqvarna 450, a Buell XB12, a V-Rod, and a Panigale 1299.
Nice. How tall are you?
6'2".
How does that Panigale fit you, bro? I cannot fit on them.
I actually got it because I fit on it much better than the other leader bikes.
And what did you say? It's $11.99.
$12.99.
$12.99. Okay, and it does fit you.
Yeah.
So can you do a nice ride on the Ducati Panigale and not be all cramped up?
My legs are cramped, but the rest of me feels pretty good. I actually tour on it some, which is a little odd, but
I think it's cool.
yeah.
Is it red?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Such a beautiful bike.
Yeah.
It's really one of the work of ours. The Aprilias and the Ducatis, the way they put their bikes together, they're just gorgeous.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun. They're beautiful too.
Is that a single pipe outlet or dual?
Single.
I like that too. Is it side outlet?
Yeah, it's side, but it's underslung.
Okay. Any reliability problems with Ducati?
I had a coil that I had to replace, and the battery's a little finicky.
Yeah.
But that's about it.
How much chick action do you get?
More than I would have expected from a motorcycle woman. So.
Nice. Well done. And they don't care about your haircut because I have that same haircut.
Yep.
Good.
Despite the hair.
Hair doesn't grow on steel. Just remember that, ladies and gentlemen. Here comes an 890. That's a nice bike right there. Just posted my review. Nothing fancy.
Nothing fancy?
Yeah, so I don't know if I'll post this on the B channel. Drop your phone number off and I'll text you when I post it.
Do you have a question?
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
I'm actually looking at replacing my V-Rod with the Hayabusa so that I can tour on it.
Yeah.
It seems more comfortable to tour on than my Panigale.
Yeah.
Any recommendations?
I've toured a lot of my Hayabusa. I've done a lot of long rides. It's a comfortable bike. It's a sport bike, so it's not really meant for vertical riding. It likes it best. I put a tank pack on it, so then I'm raised up and I put a taller windscreen on it. And this version has cruise control, which is huge. I think you'd be very, very happy with a Hayabusa. The power is immense. Yeah, and I have a feeling, now I haven't ridden your 1299, but I have a feeling that you would fall in love with that Hayabusa motor. It is amazing.
The 1299 is like more exciting, high end.
Let's go over here and talk.
I was gonna.
Wait, I don't. Get you on mic. Keep going.
I was gonna say I think the 1299 is more exciting at high end, but this thing has so much low end power.
It does.
I accidentally started off. I couldn't get it into first gear at one of the red lights, and I accidentally started off in I think third.
And it's okay with that.
Yeah, it was fine.
It's
I was kind
insane.
of blown away by that.
Yeah, it's good sound. Mine has been so reliable, easy breezy. I need to bleed my brakes. I'm getting some mushy brakes now. I bled them. I think I got some air in them, but my kid laid mine over and surprisingly didn't bust it all up. I would recommend putting sliders on it. I put really big sliders on it to save my plastics.
Apparently that black one up front was laid down yesterday.
On a ride? Oh crap.
In the parking lot.
Oh crap.
But it has a scratch on the fender and a scratch on the exhaust. I was kind of surprised by that. I was like,
okay, let me ask you this. I'm really surprised too. What's this about? Why do they do this on a Hayabusa? Nice little Hayabusa trivia. This bike is actually a wind tunnel bike. It's designed to do 200 plus. That is actually for windstream. So the rider is going to be in a full tuck, and the Suzuki engineers have the wind going over the body, hitting this so you do not get turbulence. That's what it's for. It's actually functional. It's not a styling element. Now for me, not going over 200 miles, well, not usually. I take it off, and there's a rear seat under that. And then I'll sling my duffel bag when I travel. So I put a top case on mine. If you're going to tour, maybe explore some top case options and have a way to duffel. And with that, you can do an overnight trip, 3-day trip, no problem.
sweet. Okay.
Would you go with that orange color?
Probably.
I love it.
It's pretty sharp.
I like it too. And I told the viewers earlier, I'll either go with a brightly colored motorcycle or I wear it.
Yeah.
I wear lime green. I know it's not stylish, but I'm just trying to stay alive.
It's so hard to match the top, match your stuff, and so just go with one.
But here's the thing: when you have an orange bike like my yellow, I have a yellow Hayabusa. Now I can wear black. You know, I can wear my black helmet. I can wear a white helmet. White would go with this very nicely. I dig it. And that's a metallic, boys and girls. Look at that metallic on that Busa. Well, and I think their price on this is actually, it's pretty reasonable for the amount of bike you're getting in a Hayabusa compared to, like, I don't know, going buying a new Panigale.
Yeah, for sure.
What are those, like 25, 26?
I don't know which spec you get, which trim.
Oof. You're not selling your Panigale though, are you? No, I wouldn't. Why? Just add to the collection. You don't sell them. Yeah. That's stupid. Okay, so you drove this one. Any other bikes in the lineup you drove that you're like, yeah, not a bad bike, maybe you wouldn't buy it?
Like I said, I drove the Gixxers. They're really fun, light, fast. They were surprisingly nimble. I mean, I guess I shouldn't be surprised by it.
Yeah.
They were all amazing bikes.
You know what they told me at this dealership years ago? They said they have a harder time selling the 1,000 and above because of insurance costs.
I believe that.
So young kids come in, they don't really have a lot of experience. They're very expensive to insure. That's usually why you see a bunch of R6s running around.
Yeah. Our R6s are more expensive than 1000s used sometimes.
Oh, that's probably why. The demand's higher because kids can insure it. Yeah. Well, you get a bike that like this, it does 200 miles an hour. Insurance goes, no. No. How close are you to buying? Were you just talking some crap to us? You're actually going to pull a trigger on a Busa soon.
No, I'm pretty serious about it.
Well done. Life is short. Move fast.
I know. I came to this because it's one of the few places that you can actually get on one of these.
Yes.
Unless you know somebody.
Edge will let you ride one. Edge will. They will. Right. But they need to know you're a serious buyer. And you kind of need to know folks. And once they know you're serious, you can test drive any of these bikes and they're cool with it.
Sweet.
But they, not for joyriding. And they got to know you. So I bought most of my bikes, not most, but a lot of my bikes from Edge. They didn't pay anything to me, by the way, boys, for me to come and do this media piece. Nothing. I might get a burnt hot dog out of it. But that's what my wife gets in the end anyhow. Back to motorcycles. Hey, I would not buy this one though. What the hell, dude? Would you ever be caught dead on that bike?
It's not my favorite.
I'm not a cruiser guy. Dual sport, super sport. End of list. Oh, hold on. Sport cruisers, kind of like the FJR or the BMW K series.
Oh yeah.
So they're basically a sport bike, but they're really set up for cruising. Sorry, don't mean to offend anybody watching this. Maybe you have a Boulevard and you absolutely love it. I think as a bike, it's probably awesome because all Suzukis are awesome as far as they go mechanically. But I need cruise control, wind protection, and chick action. A lot of chick action, dude. Yeah. Hey, good visiting with you, man.
Thanks.
Appreciate you.
Take it easy.
Cool. All right, boys and girls, walking down the line. This event's moving slowly. I just came here on a whim. Was not planning to come here at all. But I love the brand Suzuki. You know that. If you don't, you have not been watching the channel. Fueling up the bikes. And those other two dudes I want to talk to skedaddled. Maybe they're inside. I like that. See, that's the same orange on that V-Strom 1050. That's sick. This bike is, of course, as cool as any of them out there. Just saying. Let me get my fanny pack. And then we'll go in and take a look at the floor here in Edge and maybe talk with Brian or someone else I know in here. So these pants right now are my summer pants. I sewed this iPhone pocket on. That is an Alien Gear side holster, drop down. This is my knife. It's probably a Honey Badger large. Nothing fancy, you don't know for sure what you have? Not really. Too many knives, bro. Oh, it's nice and quiet in here. Okay, I'm just gonna let this roll, so I hope you guys are cool with that. Brian, do you have time?
Maybe.
Okay. So, my Busa is a 2013, and here's a fun story. You see that hump on the back of that booster right there? It's removable.
All right.
What is that? What is it? Just like a styling thing? Is that what they put on to make it look cool? What would you think?
To me, the first impression, yeah, it is just a style.
You put your butt back up against it.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that for sure. That is actually designed from its initial design, excuse me, as a very high-speed bike. It's a wind tunnel bike. Okay. Everything on the Hayabusa is wind tunnel tested, even this generation. And that is actually to reduce drag at high speed, like 200 miles an hour. So the rider's in full tuck, everything, the tank, the sculpting of the tank is designed to have the rider suck into it, and you create a one continuous form, and it's to minimize drag and to maximize speed. That's what that's for.
Okay.
And wait, it gets better.
Impressive, yeah.
So this generation of Hayabusa, the newer one, when they went back to the drawing board, they had a reputation to uphold, because there's a certain group of guys that love Hayabusas. I mean, where'd that one guy go that had his black one?
He's coming right there.
This guy over here.
The one that has the first generation Hayabusa.
Yeah.
Right
So
there.
that's his first gen Hayabusa, and he's got another one, right?
Right, yeah. That's what you say.
Yeah, so they don't want to piss those guys off, and when they designed this generation, they actually looked at forced induction.
Okay.
They were going to go perhaps turbocharging, supercharging. They experimented with it, and they said, hey, we would you guys want, they like polled the owners.
Okay.
Never got to me, strangely enough. And what they said is the owners really don't want that.
Okay.
They love the engine the way it is. They like the normally aspirated.
Right.
Adds a little bit more power. They're happy with the power. They just want driver amenities like cruise control and a few other changes. And that's why they came out with a normally, aspirated Hayabusa. It's kind of like the Vet. The Vet was the same way. The Corvette design team said the same thing. Hey, do you guys want supercharging, turbocharging? And their owners also said, no, we want normally aspirated, true horsepower generated from a mechanical engine.
Okay.
The story about the guy who designed the Hayabusa, the design team, what they're about, this is not an accidental bike. This is a bike that has a very distinct history. It remains one of the fastest production bikes, last time I checked.
Okay.
Still being made. Maybe not the fastest, but it's up there. And it's a really interesting history. And to Suzuki's credit, they have continued to produce this in the face of all types of criticism. Hey, bikes are too fast, they're dangerous. And Suzuki says, you know what, F you, we're still making the booster, man. Deal with it. So now you could buy that and you go 0 to 60 in 2.4 seconds if you know how to drive it.
Wow.
That's unreal.
So basically the difference that I think from the first generation as well, and just what you were talking about right
Yeah.
here, right? Is aspiration air,
Well, when I'm talking about normally aspirated, I'm saying how the fuel air mixture happens.
Okay.
So it's not through a turbocharger or supercharger.
Supercharger, yeah.
It's just through fuel injection.
Okay.
Normal fuel injection, but it doesn't need it because the bike generates so much doggone horsepower. I don't know offhand what this one's generating, but I think it'd be approaching 200 horse. See, I take mine off and I run. There should be a seat underneath that you can ride two up on, and it's more practical. And I'm not going 200 miles an hour, so I take mine off.
Somebody else. Yeah, no, I feel you.
Is this a first gen? Wow. That dude has kept it clean. What year did he say this is? Did he say?
2002.
Yeah, that is first gen. You can look at the plastics.
Right? 02, you said? 2002 special edition.
Man, you've done a great job taking care of it. Do you care if I bug you while you're eating?
No, maybe I'll just come talk to you before I eat. I
Okay.
don't have weird crap on my face.
So you guys, this is Brian Somerville.
What's up?
He is the man at Edge. Well, not
Right.
the man, but he has been here a long time. If you need motorcycles, you need advice, go to Brian.
Hey, come see me. We're super easygoing, not the pushy kind.
Not at all.
Buying a bike should be fun, not like a stereotypical car dealer. So, no offense, car dealers, but we just want it to be fun, informative, and then we try to do events like this as often as we can where the bike can sell itself. So, you don't have to listen to me. Come ride the bikes.
Okay, can we walk down the line super quick?
let's do it.
And I'll try to be efficient in this. So tell me, if you can, how are each of these selling on the dealership? So the boulevards, Who buys them? How are they selling?
Yeah, Boulevard's a great, we're going to call it an entry-level bike. It's still 800 cc's, but it's a pretty docile motor. So still a 6-speed, still freeway worthy. The best advice I can give you is size. If it's too small, it's dangerous. If it's too big, it's dangerous. So you got to come down and ride them and just make that choice for yourself.
Looks like they're saddling up for another ride. And if you guys are wondering, no, I don't want to go on it. I don't do group rides, you know this. And plus, I got my hookup right here, bro. Anytime I want to test drive something, I just come down and talk to Mr. Brian.
We got you covered.
He knows I don't mess around when it comes to buying.
Yep,
True or false?
We want it.
Yeah, I just like, hey, dude, I'm ready to buy the 690.
Yep.
Half hour later, I bought it.
Let's go.
Okay, so it seems like a really big, heavy bike. So would you steer a new rider towards this one? Hard to turn around.
Yeah, in the cruiser
parking lot
world, it's a heavy bike, but it's a low seat height. So
Okay.
you can get away with certain riders on this bike. There are smaller chassis bikes though. If you are timid, let's get you on a completely different bike. If you're timid, it's not fun.
Yeah. How does it compare to this one right here? And you can drive off whenever you want. Don't wait for us. This looks like the same bike, or no?
So this is the big brother. So this is an 800. This is an 1800.
Okay.
But they'll call this more of a muscle cruiser. So this one has a hotter tune, hotter piston set. So for a cruiser, this one actually is pretty sporty.
Gotcha. I'll get out of your way, sir, so you can mount up. How about this unit? Are the V-Stroms selling?
What do you think guys want? Just quick feature benefits? What do they want? Like, who rides it? Where does it go?
Well, number one, they want sales. How is it selling? And who's the major purchaser of it? This is a V-Strom. This is a 650?
They're 650.
Okay.
All right, so this is the V-Strom 650. They call this the XT. The XT is going to come with spoked wheels. If you do a standard V-Strom, it's going to go back to cast. So this is their off-road model. 650s actually sell pretty well. It's for shorter seat height, so guys like me that don't have height on our side, and guys that are just going to do mainly gravel roads, maybe a 2-track uninhabited.
Roger that.
It doesn't have the big long travel that some of the other competitors, KTM, Beamer, things like that. So
yeah,
it's not as aggressive, but still a worthy off-road bike.
Bulletproof reliability. It's a bike we owned. We had a DL650 and we loved it. For me and my experience level, they're way underpowered. You really got to wrap it out into high winds. And for passing, forget about it. Actually, it will pass, but you're running it at redline a lot. And we ran our DLs together, TD and myself. I had a 1000, he had 650. Our fuel mileages were about the same, even though my motor, because he was working his motor harder to stay with me.
Yeah, most adults, that's a single rider bike. Like you said, it
Agree.
Doesn't always have the juice to do what you need on a big long ride.
I love guys that go, yeah, but I go 2-up all the time on my 300cc. I'm like, okay, bro, knock yourself out.
You can. The bike's crying at some point.
It's crying. Okay, buddy, keep going. You're doing great.
Okay, Gixxer 1000R. They have 3 models. They have a base 1000. They do the 1000R, and then they do the 1000R. It's a Gixxer R 1000R. Biggest difference between all 3 is their Premier Showa suspension up front. It's a sealed suspension that works in with their ECU and the ECM, so their gyro in the computer. So if you're hot to a corner and that back end starts coming up, it'll release that front brake and set you back down.
Is it menu adjustable?
On the suspension, it's not.
So is it just a computer that runs it?
It's all computer. Of course, they have A, B, and C modes, and they have launch control and traction control. But as far as that feature, that is all done through the computer.
Does it have lean angle ABS?
Lean angle ABS. It all has to do with that IMU if that front tire or back tire's coming off. So
it depends what the wheels are doing.
Yep.
Does it have LED lighting?
LED lighting on this guy. Accent light. Still an old school light up front.
Suzuki needs to come up to speed on that.
Yeah, so they've done some stuff to dress it up, but as far as finish exterior wise,
how many chicks can I get on this bike? Rate it from like level 1 is okay, 2 is better, 3 is amazing. Which number?
All the chicks.
3?
All the chicks.
Not in black.
Oh,
not in black. In a red or that blue and white livery I could.
They do have the Team Suzuki options as well, so it'll look like a one-off race bike.
Nicely done. 1050? What is
this one? This is their GSX 1000 GX.
Okay.
So this is to compete with all the big sport tours. Inline 4, this thing is lively. This is one of the first bikes that Suzuki's going to come out with their electronic suspension in quite a while. They have not been known to do that, so they're jumping on the KTM, the Beamers, the Ducatis, so they have a lot of features that are up in the $25,000 range.
Interesting.
This one comes in around 20. So they'll have cruise control, heated grips,
nice
electric suspension.
Ooh, I like it all.
Super easy to read format on their screen. And you don't feel like this isn't the old man bike. You can still get in a lot of trouble with that motor.
Does it feel as good as a 1190, 1090?
Nipping at the heels.
So it's close,
KTM,
not quite there
KTM
power-wise.
is just known. They have
They're
angry
insane.
Motors. They got angry motors.
They well said, Brian. They're just pissed.
But it's a 4-cylinder compared to a twin, so it isn't exactly an apple to apple.
Yeah. How are they selling? Who's your buyer? And was that buyer considering a KTM product?
Yeah. In our world, by volume, this is kind of that. It's the business guy. He's got a little bit of extra money, but maybe he's not riding to Canada all the time. So he wants something to go bomb the canyons locally, but he might not be able to go to Canada. So middle priced around 20, where some of the other guys you're looking 30 before you're out the door.
Is that a customer on Viagra, as far as you know?
No
Probably.
Comment.
Look, this one looks like it's got LED lighting, brother.
Yeah. So again, they're going to keep up with all the big names.
That dark green color needs to be set on fire. I'm sorry, it's horrible. Maybe say in comment if you like that dark green comment or color comment. Oh, this seems like a popular bike. The drivers today were really talking a lot about this one.
So this guy's putting up a fight between their old gen SV650, KTM 790 Duke. We have Aprilias out there. We have FZ07s out there. So this is their new inline twin. It's their 800cc package. This bike really comes alive low rev and mid rev.
Wow.
So if you're a city guy and just bombing the canyons, this is the bike to have.
And those are the revs you live in when you're commuting.
Yeah, we all want to go triple digits, and we'll do it from time to time, but you don't live there.
No.
Everyone thinks we live
you
there.
live there, you'll lose your license.
And so most guys want the wow factor coming out of the low revs, getting up to speed on the interstate and coming out of a corner in the canyon.
Are guys cool with the naked bike thing still?
Yes and no. I think it's kind of had that downturn. We're actually going back to the full fairing bikes now.
Yeah, because God, in the summer you just get creamed with bugs. I did a naked bike ride 2 weeks ago and I had bugs everywhere.
So the S, they're going to call this the Sport. The R, this is the brother to it. So this is the race bike.
Gotcha.
So same engine block. It is a different tune. This will feel more lively based on the same instrumentation, same chassis.
I love that yellow, dude. It was mixed thoughts on the yellow today with the riders, but...
It's kind of funny. We've actually sold yellow the most.
Ah, thank you. In your face, guys who didn't like this yellow. In your face. Dude, it's gorgeous. It's a metallic yellow. How could you not love it?
Yeah.
It is so beautiful. Wow, that is a great looking bike.
This is actually one kind of interesting. We actually have a lot of my leader bikes guy coming down and riding this on purpose.
Because why? It's more lively in handling?
Yeah, leader bikes come to life mid and high revved, and we just don't do that much riding on the city streets legally. But this one you can actually push to its limit and feel like it has a little bit more to give. So in the canyons, that's going to be my bike of choice.
I like that little short muffler pan that has on there. Maybe you don't have to replace that. They've been getting a lot better on all their mufflers. They've been lightening them. I'm talking all manufacturers. I'm not sure about Suzuki, but I know Yamaha has. No cruise control on that though, right?
No cruise, so kind of more of the purest sport bike.
Yeah. Okay, moving along. I think we talked about that one already.
Yeah.
Is that a 10,000 V-Strom?
So this is their 1050. This is going to replace their 1000.
Yeah.
So you'll have to forgive me. I don't remember the year they came out with new, but it's been within the last 5 years.
Yeah.
An all new V-Strom. So they're going to introduce cruise control finally. They will have the new TFT heads-up display.
Yep. I'm just going to get close to you so I can hear you.
And one of the comments that most riders are going to say on this is it has a very smooth running motor. Plenty of power, respectable power, but this is a bike I could go to St. George or state to state, and I don't feel like I need to get off and stretch.
How are they selling? Who buys it?
These ones actually sell really, really well. They've come down in price point. We can get the 800 start at 11 grand, and their fully loaded model comes in around 18. But that's crash bars, aluminum skid plate, and bags. cruise control,
Wow.
everything. It's all there
Lot
for
of
about
value.
18. Yeah.
Ton of value. I love that orange. They're doing the Busa in that same color. Just really good. Still recommended. Go watch my DL1000 review. A lot of it will play to this version, but there have been some changes. One thing I love is look at how they've extended that front fender down, so you don't have to do a fender extender, so you're not kicking up mud and rocks on your rides. That's a bonus. And let's see if they have LED lighting. It looks like they do. And that's cruise control also, right?
Cruise control on the 1050s.
So is it, if you get a shipment of two 1050s in the middle of summer, how long do they stay on the showroom floor?
These ones, I would probably say within 4 to 6 weeks, I'm going to move them and get more in.
Okay. How about the Busa? We've talked a lot about it, so we need to go a lot more into it, but this was laid down by a customer in the parking lot yesterday. This is one we're talking about. But how are they selling? How long do they stay on the showroom floor? Who's your buyer?
Busas sell really well. The hard part on Busas is you don't talk anyone into buying a Hayabusa. It's an experienced rider that has a pretty good respect for power. So
Yeah.
not really a sale thing. They just know what they want.
Yeah.
So it's always the veteran rider that buys these. The guys that are buying them are the guys that they still have an itch that needs to be scratched. They have to go fast. So you buy a Hayabusa, and if you're a tall guy, you actually fit and stretch out.
So that rider, does he have another Hayabusa?
If he doesn't, he has something in that category.
I figured.
Like this guy over
Yeah,
here.
this dude right here. Who's this guy right here? This dude right here. That's a hot bike right there. I don't know. I don't know if you saw it. I don't know if you've heard me talk about it enough. Well done, brother.
Yeah, hopefully that's okay.
This is Randy, one of the owners of the dealership.
What's happening?
Say hi to the viewers.
Hey guys, we're glad you're here. Glad to see you.
Did you pay me a dime to come here today?
Absolutely not.
I did get a free hot dog out of it though. And a drink.
We had to bribe you somehow.
Yeah, I'm getting paid what I'm worth. We'll let you guys get on. Thanks for hosting us. We're wrapping it up. I'm tired of talking. This is a Nut and Fancy project at Edge Motorsports, Draper, Utah. Donors have asked for more motorcycle content. There's a lot more motorcyclists in the project. I welcome you. Drive safe, get training. Don't ever drive outside your comfort zone. Try to avoid group rides if you can. They are usually dangerous. Come over to Edge. They're a good dealership. I'm not saying they're the only awesome dealership, but they've always treated me well. And not because I'm like Nut and Fancy. They're just good dudes. We'll see you.